With the series tied at 1-1, Australia and Sri Lanka lock horns at the MCG to determine who is the best 2020 side at the moment. Lasith Malinga and Aaron Finch, our two captains of the sides, will make their way down to the middle shortly after Sri Lanka pulled off a 2-wicket win in the opening match before Australia won the second match at the Gabba by 92 runs. Here we are at the MCG. Australia and Sri Lanka have one change, I think, for Australia. Kane Richardson into the bowling attack for Australia. Ashton Agar also in for Australia. Ben McDermott and Andrew Ty, I think, were the two omissions for the Australian side, but I cannot be sure. Anyway, Sri Lanka have won the toss. They have bowled first in both of these first two matches, and this time they've elected to bowl again. So here they come. Sri Lankans out towards the middle. New ball will be given to probably the captain, Lasith Malinga. We'll have to wait and see on that one. There you can see him with his hat off. He's ready to go. And David Warner and Aaron Finch, who've both played pretty good series so far. Probably the only two of the Australians that can really hold their head up high after both games. Aaron Finch, the 40-odd in both games, or close to it. And David Warner, the only Australian to make a half-century so far. So it is going to be an interesting battle between these two. How will they go about it? They put on a big stand in the last match, about 70-odd before they lost their first wicket for Australia. We have seen some rain here in Melbourne. It is one of those days, and this game has now been reduced to 16 overs. So how will that change the mindset of the batsmen? How will it change the mindset of the bowlers? That means we will be able to have two bowlers, bowl 4 overs each, and then 3 bowlers will bowl 3 overs each, if that works out doing the math. Something like that. I think you can have maybe, up to 2 bowlers that can bowl 4 overs each, but we'll see how they spread the field. Australia have started really nicely. Aaron Finch hitting a big 6 there. Again, we've seen spin come in the third over. It's a tactic Sri Lanka have stuck with since the opening 2020 match, as Aaron Finch has raced away to 21 from just 14, and again he goes big. Obviously the MCG, his home ground as a Victorian state level player, and this time he's chipped it back to the bowler. So he's gone for 25 here in front of a home crowd. Brings Steve Smith out to the minute. David Warner had only faced the 7 deliveries prior to this over, so he'd yet to really get onto the move. There's a boundary for him to just see him starting to press his way into this innings. We saw him really get into form in the last match, hitting a 50-odd. How will he respond today? Will he back it up with another half-century? And what will Australia look to do now that this is a reduced overs game? What's a score they'll be happy with? Obviously a big ground here, the MCG. Oh, this will be overthrows. This will be 7 runs. 7 runs! As they'd already ran 3 before that ball had gone all the way through the overthrows to a boundary. There's a good shot again from Warner. He's 29 runs now from 14 balls. Australia bring up the 60 inside the 6th over. Not sure how long this power play is, though. Pretty sure it's only 5 overs now that we've had a reduced game. There's a wicket of David Warner. Very similar dismissal to Aaron Finch, just chipping it straight back to the bowler. It is the same bowler that got the wicket on this occasion, but David Warner's going to have to go. Have a look here on the replay screen. It's sort of that awkward length. It's not quite a genuine half volley, and Kumara getting the wicket there. Australia 2 for 60. Warner goes for 29, brings Alex Carey to the middle. That's close. Maybe going over the top. Get a leg by to get himself off the mark. And he'll be looking for a big summer, Alex Carey. There's a big 4. And again, tucking this away for a single. Seeing the running between wickets from both sides been a bit iffy throughout this series. A couple of runouts in both games. There's an opportunity. And could this be the wicket of Alex Carey? The finger goes up. No third umpire required. Have a look there. Smith cuts it away, and then obviously the wicket fell. There's no replay available, I guess. Anyway, Glenn Maxwell has got himself out. First delivery. He's had a shocking series. averaged about 3 runs or 2 runs or something, but I think that might be his second golden duck for the series. Glenn Maxwell will be disappointed. We'll have to try and regroup in that series against Pakistan. And Steve Smith has absolutely smashed that ball straight down the throat of deep square leg. It's a full toss. He got onto it, thought, I'm in business here, and a good catch taken in the deep. No real celebration, but it was a wicket. And now all of a sudden Australia with Ashton Turner and Ashton Agar in the middle. And Ashton Turner caught behind. So it's another wicket and Mitchell Starc to the crease. Kumara has 3. Australia 6 for 81 in a very similar position to where they were in that first match, and Mitchell Starc playing at that. Missing. But what will Agar and Starc do? 2 left-handed bowling options. Agar probably the better all-rounded recognised player. Obviously, we all remember his debut in England, hitting 98 runs in his first test innings in that first Ashes test quite a while ago, back in 2012, I think it was. Or was it 2015? I don't even know. It was a long time ago now, I think. But 100 up for Australia with Agar and Starc, and Agar's hit that one over the infield. That'll be 6. Over the infield and the outfield. To correct myself there. Just a bit of a whip. That's a power on that. There was a man out there, but he was never really a chance. And Starc goes. Slashing outside the off stump. He gets out for 14. Just a disappointing way to finish off his innings. A real full one. He was driven into the shot, and he's out for 14. Australia 7 for 107. I guess the good thing about this reduced overs game is Australia can still be losing wickets. Not have to bat for too much longer. They've still got 2 overs to go. 2.1 overs to go. Well, now there's 9 deliveries to go, really. And Ashton Agar will try and face the bulk of those balls. Australia looking for 2 here. Will get home. 120 up for Australia. What's going to be a competitive total? That's a long ball. It's 6. Pat Cummins finishes the 15th over with a big 6. It was a full toss off the toe of the bat, but just enough force on it to get it all the way to the boundary for 6. Agar, they'll be looking for 2 here. Australia will be looking for 140 plus. Gives himself room this time, and he goes over the top on the onside. That'll be 4. Up to 133 now, Australia. Obviously, still some time to go. He's chipped that one straight to point. So Agar goes for 28. 1 ball to come. Malinga gets that wicket. What will Australia's total be? I think they're on 133 at the moment. 130 something. 137. 8 for 137. Malinga gets that wicket of Agar. Brings Stanlake in for the last ball. They're going to scurry through for a leg bye. Australia finish off 8 for 138. They'll be pretty happy with that. 8.6 run rate required. So it's still not an easy chase. And it is going to make it difficult for Sri Lanka. But obviously, if they can start well and bat the whole way through, they are a genuine chance of winning this game. Mitchell Starc taking 6 wickets throughout this series. Nailed the top order on plenty of occasions. Has Australia's first wicket in both matches so far in this series. 6 wickets, of course, between the 2 matches. 4 in the first, 2 in the second. And he's opening the bowling again here. Oh, this is a big shout. Has he got another one early? He has. The finger in the air. LBW Mitchell Starc gets another wicket. Gunatalaka goes. Sri Lanka 1 for none. Look at the ball tracking here. Should they have reviewed? It was an umpire's call decision. So it would have remained out even with a review. Rajapaksa to the crease, and he hits a boundary with the first ball of his innings. And 4 again. This time from the other opener. Stanlake gets the outside edge. It goes towards Turner, it might have been there, and he just doesn't quite pick it up. Maybe a drop chance opportunity for Australia there to get their second wicket at the early stages of this match. Run out chance. Stark. Oh, very slow. Very, very slow. Getting that ball onto the stumps would have been a certain run out if he was a little bit more aware of the action. Australia now with maybe 2 missed opportunities to get a second wicket early. There's an inside edge. That'll be 4. Race away. You can see the run rate already creeped up to about 9 and over required. So it makes it difficult for Sri Lanka. And the short ball pulled away in the gap. They'll pick up maybe 2 here. And the big dive at the keeper's end for no real risk involved. This one down the ground, that'll be 4. It's over the infield, it'll just race away. The outfield's pretty quick here at the G. Edged, gone. Cummins it is this time, who gets the wicket for the Aussies. He's pretty happy with that one. Just playing that drive off the back foot. Maybe could have... yeah, real awkward length. Couldn't go forward, couldn't go back to it. Feet not moving too much. And Samara Wickrama goes for 18. This one high. Pereira's first ball. But it's just over the top of the infield, and that'll be 4. And now through mid-wicket. So Pereira looking to lift for Sri Lanka here. They are still pretty good in this. They're not quite out of it. The run rate's still about 9 and over. Hasn't really jumped too much more than that. I mean, a couple of good balls here and a couple of good overs. I'd almost say Sri Lanka will be in a strong position for this match. These games move quickly. They change quickly. That's what we're all aware of. Still, what's that, 62 balls. So there's still 10 overs to go. It's just under 9 and over needed. No, just a single there. No bat involved. Cummins really just firing it in at the stumps. This one over the top of the bowler. Fielder down there, keeps it to 1. Australia got to be wary of how well Sri Lankan team are batting. Maxwell into the attack. Maxwell getting a wicket pretty quick. So you can see that run rate jumped to 9.22, but a wicket for Australia is key. Keep bringing new men in. Put the pressure on them. The run rate climbs. And it makes it more and more difficult. Fernando, the new man, into the middle. And he continues the trend of players hitting boundaries off their first ball when they're new to the crease. So he and Pereira, what do they have here? Do they have enough to get Sri Lanka over the line? Even though Maxwell took that wicket in his last over, it still went for 9 runs. And you can see the run rate is still hovering about 9.5 at the moment. They're holding it at the moment, Sri Lanka. They're giving themselves every opportunity. This could be a stumping. Oh, the umpire gives the little nod of approval as he goes upstairs. I think this is going to be given out here. Yes, just took himself forward, playing that shot. And the wicket is going to be given. Out is the call. Alex Carey stumping. Fernando goes for 12. Ashton Agar into the middle. Australia, we've seen them. They try to use spin to target the Sri Lankan team. Maxwell obviously getting 4 wickets in the last match. Trying the 2 spinners here with Maxwell and Agar. Both of them going alright at the moment. Some good fielding. Run rate creeping up to 12 and over now. So it is a big task for Sri Lanka from here. Their run rate's dropped as the spinners have come on. And Pereira and Shanaka need to get a move on. Oh, that's just found a gap again. Pereira at the moment now, he's now 31 from 18. Continuing to power through this. And just give Sri Lanka every possible opportunity they can. They're coming back for 3. Will they turn for 4? Shanaka does, but they've called it no. Just the 3. Still 12 and over required, but this shot is going to bring that down to about 11 and over now. 1 ball to come in this over. A boundary would be massive And it's going to go all the way for 4. 10 runs and over needed for the last 4. Sri Lanka back in this game. That's long down the ground. Men getting around to it. Saves the boundary, but it'll still be 2 runs. Cummins keeps it to 2. 100 up for Sri Lanka. Stark continues to steam in. Just the 1 wicket very early in this match. And now an opportunity. Diving to his right. He's taken a catch. What an absolute screamer. Mitchell Stark gets the wicket of Pereira. An unbelievable athletic feat by the big man. And Mitchell Stark gets the wicket. Pereira was playing very well. Was that Sri Lanka's last hope? He's gone for 36. New men in, and he's just nicked that one away for 4. So this run rate now climbing at the moment. It's now 34 from 18, so it's back to 11 and over needed. There's another 4. Found the gap again through mid-wicket. Australia, just the 2 men out at the moment. Probably should really be a bit more aware of how this field is. There's an edge. There's a wicket. Ashton Agar gets it. And for Australia, it's not only a wicket, it's a dot ball. It's crucial for them and for the cause. No review used. The outside edge. Good catch by Alex Carey as well. Sri Lanka now need 26 runs from the next 14 deliveries. And they're 6 down right now. So it is going to be a tight finish. And he's bowled him. He has bowled him. Agar again. This time turning it enough. Hitting the top of middle and off. Just not getting any bat on it. Maybe there was a faint tickle. But it means Mitchell Stark is going to bowl. With 2 overs to come, Cummins will bowl the last. There is still 18 needed from the next 10. So they're still not out of it. It's only 18 from 10. It's 9 and over. Leading edge is a dot. It's in the air, but it should just be the 1. Australia, good in the deep. 17 from 8. And that'll be a dot. Keeps it to 17. What will Cummins have to defend in the last over? I have no idea how that's missed the stumps. He'll need to hold 17 runs off from a Sri Lankan point of view. From an Australian point of view, going round the wicket to the left-hander now, and he's smashed it straight back through the covers. That'll be 4. That's a good start from Sri Lanka. They need to be perfect from here. 12 from 4. And this is through the gap again. This will be 4 as well. All of a sudden, it's 8 from 3. Australia need to work out this field properly. Not too sure what they're doing. Cummins swinging it in, and there's a big mid-wicket gap. It's 4 more. It's just 4 from 2. How was Australia let this game go? And Cummins with a fantastic follow-up delivery. A slower Yorker. 4 runs to win for Sri Lanka. Everyone out on the offside. Cummins going round the wicket. A 6 wins the game. A 4 wins the game. And a dot ball wins it for Australia. Cummins has done enough. They just get 1. Australia win the series 2-1. Pat Cummins holds off after putting himself in a position he really should not have been in. Had to defend 17 from the last over. And Sri Lanka fall agonisingly short by 2 runs. An absolute thrilling game here at the MCG. Decided on the last ball. I hope you all enjoyed this little mini-series between Australia and Sri Lanka. I hope that the actual real-world series is as exciting as what we've seen here today. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video. We will be doing the T20s against Pakistan coming up very soon. So make sure you tune in to all of that. Make sure you subscribe. Click on the screen right now to hit subscribe, as well as checking out some of the other videos on the channel if you liked what you see. So thank you everyone. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.